music sounds like it came straight out of a 1980s action television show, like The Fall Guy or something. You could almost imagine giant pickup trucks flipping end over end, girls in bikinis, vans exploding, helicopters descending into hidden garages within volcanoes. Emergency. Disaster Rescue Squad. Reminds me of Thunderbirds 2086. Some of you Gen Xers should remember that one. The spaceships that, saved people instead of blowing them up. It wasn't that great of a show. I always chose to watch Galaxy Rangers or Robotech instead, but look that one up on YouTube. Thunderbirds 2086, which seemed so far away. This game is interesting because normally when I play video games, I cause disasters and create emergencies. In this game, I'm supposed to do the opposite. I'm solving emergencies, or at least helping people out in emergency situations. So it's the exact opposite of Grand Theft Auto. Emergency Disaster Rescue Squad is aimed at a younger market. This is an E10+ game. And it's the video game version of laying on the floor playing with fire trucks and police cars and helicopters, saving people from disaster situations like forest fires, earthquakes, and other somewhat semi-plausible actual real-world events. In other words, no giant robots, monsters, alien invaders, or huge asteroids made from giant robots or monsters.
All right. All right.
In a way, this is like a real-time strategy game. You arrive at the scene of an emergency, and you have a variety of vehicles and firemen and policemen and paramedics to give commands to. You can instruct them to grab hoses, get fire extinguishers, get people out of cars, and then you have to direct the paramedics to go and save the people. You have guys with stretchers that then pick up the people after they've been saved, get them into the ambulances, get them to the hospital. Give the fire trucks commands on where to aim the hoses to pre-soak buildings. I don't think that's really the term, but I call it pre-soaking the buildings so they don't catch on fire. There's helicopters so you can airlift people out of the water. You have search and rescue dogs. You know, it's actually a pretty cool game, and for kids this would be awesome.
Will do. Okay.
It's totally playable. The controls are not bad. You play the game with the stylus, as you see me doing on screen, by tapping on people and then giving them commands from a menu. And some of the missions are quite challenging. They require repeat gameplay to get a better score. You're scored based on how quickly you can get the disasters under control, whether it be putting out the fires or saving people. There's a lot of fires in this game. Everything burns. And they're actually kind of tough to control. You've got to use some strategy to cut down trees so they don't spread, and then figure out where to get your firemen. You got to get them the hoses and then hook them up with fire hydrants. See, I'm already getting into it. Your firemen have chainsaws, but you can't attack anyone with them. They're for doing good. In this mission, what I have to do is get the civilians out of there and then stop the forest fire from blowing up the refinery. There may have been a better way to get the people out of there, but what I did was just arrest everyone and charge them with loitering. Then they get thrown into a lorry. They call the trucks lorries. I bet they even drive on the wrong side of the road. And watch BBC. Emergency Disaster Rescue Squad. And the cover of the packaging has helicopters and ambulances and fire trucks, and this is such a boys' game.
Will do. Will do.
Check it out, there's even a search and rescue dog in this game. I could have used a bit more plot, though. Like, there's a helicopter smashed on the ground. I'd like to know how it got there. Perhaps it was blown up by Airwolf. Or Blue Thunder. Maybe it was caught in the crossfire between Airwolf and Blue Thunder. Now that would have been a movie.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
While the purpose of this game is not to create mass chaos, fear, panic, and destruction, it's still a very well-made game and a lot of fun. I like the strategy aspect of it, and as far as I can tell, it fits within the E10+ rating. It may not be a video game for older, jaded gamers looking to just disembowel bad guys, but for parents looking for a game to get your kids on a road trip, something fun on the Nintendo DS that you may want to pick up and play as well, Emergency Disaster Rescue Squad is a very well-made game. In all honesty, I would have preferred some more science fiction elements in there, like an emergency involving a giant mutated dinosaur crushing people, where you then have to help the dinosaur in his mission to crush people and conquer the Earth. But that would be a different game. Maybe the sequel. Emergency Godzilla Assistance Force.